Welcome back to another episode of the Looney Goons podcast. I am your host, Josue.
And I am your co-host, Julian.
Yes, sir. I'm so ready to get this shit started today, man. How are you feeling today, fam? Let me ask you that.
Good. We got a an
In-house audience.
in-house audience. Yep, they're over here gooning in the corner, touching each other.
Yeah.
We got Isaac from not the last episode.
Oh,
3 episodes ago now.
yeah, about 3 episodes. Our first special guest.
And another member of this crazy community.
Yeah.
Alvaro.
He'll be on soon. He'll be on very soon. Y'all get
Soon.
to meet him. Y'all get to see him.
We got a waiting list. We got people requesting to come, and I don't know if y'all see this behind my big head. It's coming soon. It's coming soon, y'all.
Very soon. Very soon.
Yeah, get in line.
We expanding right now. No, I'm playing. But again, as I said in the last episode, 58% of y'all have not hit the subscribe button. What are you doing, fam?
Please turn that red button.
Yes.
Right.
Like I said last time, I pissed off Julian. Please. All right, for us. Let's lock it.
Let's get into it.
All right, so I have a few topics I wanted to talk about today. I'm gonna save one in particular towards the end. But one of them I wanted to talk about was the recent trailer that dropped.
Trailer for what?
Can you guess?
You said it earlier.
Yeah, I said it earlier.
Oh, I don't.
It's the FNAF 2 trailer.
They dropped a trailer.
They dropped the official trailer for FNAF
They
2.
did not drop the trailer, dude.
I promise you.
Trailer?
Trailer. I don't know why I gotta look this up. But yeah, look, they dropped the official trailer for FNAF 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they just dropped it
Oh, it comes out this year, no?
this year. I think in December again.
December.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I wanted your opinion. Okay, have you seen the first one yet?
No. Did you?
Yeah, I
You
did.
watched it?
I watched the first one. Honestly,
did
it
not
wasn't all
watch
that
it.
bad. I really expected the first one to be more like graphic, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially coming from the game that was that graphic.
Yeah. The lore in the game was even more crazier. But I kind of want to ask you, if you watched the first one and second one, what's your expectations for it?
I never even really played the game, dude.
But you know of it though, right?
I know of it.
Okay.
You played it, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. I used to watch like the Let's Plays and stuff like that. Yeah.
Fucking loser, dude. So there's like this purple man, right?
Purple guy, yeah.
And he's the one that's in all of the robotic bodies, or all of them, or just Freddy?
No. He's only in one, and that one's called well, now once he gets stuck in there, it's called the Spring Trap or a Spring Lock.
Spring Trap.
Yeah, that's
I heard
because
about
they
that.
have like an endoskeleton that you could get in. There's ways that you could like you're supposed to prepare it so you could get into the suit. But if you don't prepare it right, it's gonna spring lock, which is the springs that literally fucking, clam into you, and yeah. You become one with the robot basically at that point, yeah. So he gets stuck in there, and then he gets spring locked, and he gets stuck in there and dies, becomes a robot, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, he didn't hop into other ones. What he did was that he killed a bunch of kids, and well, I don't know if I can say that, but and he like put their bodies inside the robots that we kind of see throughout the game, and they possess the robots, and they think the person that you're playing as, the security guard, is that same person that killed him. Yeah. Yeah.
That's why they're trying to get the security guard.
But in the movies, I think it's completely different inside the movies. But I'm not gonna spoil it for you.
But I
since you
think you
haven't-
said you've seen it.
No, I've seen the movie, but
Oh,
that's
okay.
what I'm saying. The movie and the game is completely different, and so are the books. Don't even get me started with the books. Yeah, all 3 different universes, but at the same time they're the same. It's weird how it works. But I won't say anything too much about it then, since you haven't seen the movies yet. But once you do see the first one, we got to touch back on this topic because it's a crazy ass movie that I feel like is gonna be amazing. They're gonna drop. A lot of crazy lore they're gonna drop. I can't wait to see what they're gonna do for the third one. Because the third one, okay, have you seen the third game, right?
I haven't seen any of it, dude. I only saw that. I watched the TikTok like before the movie came out that was trying to like kind of explain like what could happen in the movie
Yeah,
and explain some of the lore, and that's where I got like the purple guy. He
Yeah.
like killed kids,
yeah.
something like that. Springtrap, I heard that before.
Mhm.
I don't know really anything else.
Okay. Well, I can't wait for you to start tapping into it, especially since the movie's around the corner. But I just want to bring that up. The movie's about to come out. I'm really hyped for it, even though people are gonna be like, it's cringe, like you were just saying.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be not good.
I don't know, fam. Since you haven't seen the first one, I don't know if you can say that quite yet. But once you
Mm.
do and you still think that, then I'll take it as valid point.
Well, in some more movie news,
Mhm.
we got a logo reveal for Spider-Man 4, which is going to be titled Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Okay, and this is after like the homecoming and everything too, right? Or
Well, after the Homecoming trilogy,
yeah.
it's going to be after No Way Home.
Oh,
So
that's right. Okay.
so the thing about the name Brand New Day is that that's literally the title of a comic book run in which it's like Spider-Man's in the exact same position that he is in the MCU that he was in the comics. So
Okay.
after Civil War in the comics, Spider-Man relieves Spider-Man reveals that he was Peter Parker, and that pretty much leads to Aunt May getting shot. So Spider-Man pretty much sells his marriage to Mephisto, which is like the devil in the MCU,
Yeah.
and he sells his marriage with Mary Jane to Mephisto in order to keep Aunt May alive.
So like he just made everybody forget the memories, kind of like
Yeah.
Doctor Strange did.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
what?
it's gonna be super similar. The other thing that I liked about the logo reveal
Okay.
was that it reminded me a lot of the Scott Johnson artwork. Let
Scott
me pull up a
Johnson?
picture.
I
But
don't think I've ever heard of him.
so the Scott Johnson Spider-Man artwork is the same artwork that whenever we were growing up, um it was like all the party supplies and all of like the books.
Oh,
They
okay.
had the Scott Johnson artwork. Let me pull it
Oh,
up.
so that was his doing. Okay. So like with the birthday cakes and everything else like that, that was all him or what?
Yeah, this one.
Oh, okay. What? Word?
Yeah, but the logo looks really similar to this one. So
Mm.
I'll send you some so you can put some
Yeah,
photos
yeah,
up here.
definitely.
But dude, I don't know. As soon as I saw that, literally instant flashbacks to my childhood of seeing this on like
Yeah,
going
like
into the library
everything.
and seeing this. It was crazy,
Yeah.
crazy flashbacks.
That is, I feel like that's kind of a do you think that's kind of more of a stretch though, like a reach to like try to grab people's nostalgia in a way?
I think that they're gonna change the logo anyway.
You think so?
They've done that before. They've changed like the style of the logo,
Oh, okay.
but
Did you think that would kill the hype though?
kill the hype. No. It's still Spider-Man. Spider-Man's like Spider-Man and Batman. You know that's like the
That's like
biggest
yeah.
superheroes ever.
Okay. Mm.
Yeah.
'Cause I feel like the logo does a lot though to
You
draw
think so?
people in. Yeah. 'Cause I mean, what'd you think as soon as you saw it though?
Well, I thought immediately of Scott Johnson.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, Scott Johnson in your childhood, when you
And
used
my
to see,
childhood.
yeah, exactly, and that's probably gonna happen to a lot of other people that are Spider-Man fans, and that's what's gonna draw them in.
And that's also, he went back to his classic Spider-Man suit.
Mhm.
So I think that's another thing that like they're trying to like kind of put into that logo, kind of
Mm.
going back to the basics. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this is basically just Spider-Man being Spider-Man.
Yeah, because at the end of No Way Home, he's swinging in his red and blue suit,
But then my
homemade
question
suit.
is like, who's the bad guy? I guess in this
So I saw that they're looking for a 40-year-old woman to be the villain.
40-year-old women. Who's the 40-year-old women that's a villain in Spider-Man? Then
There's a few. There can be a few. I don't know. It could have been that could be Madam Web because in like the cartoons and the comics, Madam Web is kind of like supposed to be an older lady, not Black Cat. Black Cat's
yeah,
like
no,
20.
yeah.
I was thinking it could be Silver Sable.
Who's that?
Oh my god. Who's that?
Yeah, who's that?
She's kind of like a militarized person. She's kind of like in oh my god. Bro. Wait, our audience is acting up. What, bro? Black Cat's 40?
No, she's in her late 20s to early 30s.
Okay. She's not 40. It's not Black Cat. Black Cat's gonna be Sydney Sweeney in the perfect world, right? Okay, back to being locked in. All right, no more shaking heads in the corner, all right?
Sorry guys, we're completely distracted right now. So okay. Would you think they could? I could just be another Aunt May then, or no?
No.
You don't think so?
No, I think they said that I'm not 100% sure, but I thought they said that
Because this
this
is
was
still
for the
the Tom
villain.
Holland like legacy, right? Then
Yeah.
okay.
So I'll
Because
make
Tom
that
Holland's yeah, she's dead. Okay, yeah, you're right. Hmm. Who would that be?
No idea.
No idea, huh?
But then they also announced that Sadie Sink is gonna be in the movie, but they haven't released who she's gonna be.
Who?
Sadie Sink, she was dude, Max in Stranger Things. Oh, did you not watch Stranger Things?
Yeah, I did, but no, I'm saying like who? What's the character she's playing?
They haven't released
Oh.
who it's gonna be.
So
There's
they did.
speculation she's gonna be like Firestarter or maybe like an X-Men character.
Mm.
Yeah. So
That-
I think that would be cool if they did an X-Men character because then the next saga in the MCU is gonna be the Mutant Saga.
Yeah, with all the X-Men and stuff like that. Yeah.
I would love to see more of the X-Men.
You know who? You know who I think called that out in the first, like, beginning. It was Deadpool, like Deadpool 1. Whenever he pulls up to, I think, the X-Men mansion, and he's like asking, I forgot what his name, like the big Iron Giant guy. I forgot his name.
Colossus.
Yeah, Colossus. He was like, "Where's all the other X-Men's? We never see them anymore. We never see the X-Men's no more. They're all missing."
Fox can't afford them.
Yeah.
Fox can't afford to put them on.
Or something like that. But I feel like he's been like actual first person to ever call out that X-Men don't get enough love.
Yeah. They really don't. I mean, they've also had some pretty stinker movies.
Yeah, they have. But I will say this: their shows though have been amazing. At least what was it, 19 something like that?
X-Men 97.
97. Yeah, that one was peak. That was pretty good. I seen like clips of it. I want to actually go back and watch the whole thing.
You watched it?
I didn't watch it, but I meant to say like I want to go watch it.
Oh, you want to
Yeah.
watch it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I only didn't like one episode. I watched all of it. I only didn't like one episode, and it was the one that focused on Storm. Well, you haven't seen it, but
I know.
it's an episode. They focus on Storm a lot, and I didn't really care for it. But I also haven't seen the original series, so
I'm just saying, please come out with some more shows. Please come out with some more X-Men movies.
they should. I think they
should.
are gonna come out with season 2 for 97.
Okay, I hope so. 'Cause I mean, again, this it's already getting a lot of like clout right now too.
I wanted them to keep on going with the Spider-Man animated series from the 90s. If you didn't know that, they actually left off on a cliffhanger.
Really?
Yeah, that like
I don't remember that one.
not a big cliffhanger, but we never figured out what happened to Mary Jane. She like disappeared into the Shadow Realm or something like that.
What?
Yeah. And she's like, no. Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
Okay, I
there's like
don't
a meme.
remember.
There's like a meme of that.
Like Spider-Man reaching out, and then like it's this figure that
Yeah.
where he goes like,
Yeah.
I haven't seen this. What?
You haven't seen like the one where he's like, shocker.
Oh, what?
Those are all from the 90s movie. I mean, show.
I haven't seen that clip at all. What? I'm so lost. I'm so out of touch. You see? Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I have seen that one.
Yeah.
What? Oh, okay, that's crazy.
Yeah, and then at the end she like never comes back. They just ended the show.
Hmm. I mean, I feel like there's a whole bunch of different shows that kind of ended off like that. They ended up on cliffhangers. But do you think it's a good thing they ended up on cliffhangers?
Especially not that one. So whenever I think of a Spider-Man show that ended off on a cliffhanger,
Mhm.
I always think of the Spectacular Spider-Man. And the Spectacular Spider-Man, do you remember that one from our
Yeah,
childhood?
I do.
The
that one I do.
Spectacular Spider-Man ended because Fox lost the rights to produce Spider-Man TV series to Disney, and then that's when they released the Ultimate Spider-Man series.
Mhm.
But Spectacular Spider-Man never finished. It never got a
Closing.
good ending,
A conclusion. Yeah.
a good conclusion,
Yeah.
a strong conclusion. I don't know. I hate it. I just hate it because that show was so good.
It's kind of gonna be a little weird, but it's completely off topic. Sorry, it's gonna be like a weird ass segue. But did you hear about the guy that was killed by sound waves?
No,
Yeah,
recently.
not recently. It's like a old case. But I found this recently, like on TikTok when I was looking like this other topic I want to talk about later. But this guy, so this is like the scenario. There's two guys living in an apartment. One is living upstairs and the other one's living downstairs. For whatever reason, this guy sitting on the downstairs sets up a shock absorber. I don't know what that.
Shock absorber.
No idea why. Don't know where this is at or anything like that. But so for whatever reason, it's causing some issues for the guy upstairs. So he goes down and they're constantly having problems, asking him like take it down or whatnot. And then eventually the guy from upstairs gets upset. And from what they said, that he built a self-propelled rocket
What?
No idea. No idea.
What does that
here-
even mean?
wait. And that the way the guy that died downstairs was because of an explosion, but not just any explosion of the veins and organs from within. But when cops pulled up, yeah, it's crazy. When the cops pulled up to the scene and they tried to figure out what happened, but it was clearly an explosion. And when they explosion, like not the explosion we think, but
Yeah.
but when they pulled up and they saw it and they kind of tried to piece everything together, they found out it was due to sound waves. And the sound waves was specifically a 7.5 hertz sound wave, which is the sound wave of death.
What the fuck?
Yeah, dude, I didn't know this, bro. This is crazy. I was tapping into some unknown knowledge to me, bro. It's insane.
Wow.
Wait, I don't know what I was trying to say there. I thought that sounded cool, but no, that doesn't sound. That sounds stupid. But yeah. So for every reason, like so this guy built. I don't know how or what he used really, but he used some sort of sound wave, which was being sent down to the guy downstairs apartment and killed him from within.
Bro, I had Dr. Doofenshmirtz living on top of him, bro.
For real.
The sound waveinator.
He must have or something, fam. Because I don't know. That's crazy to me.
That's insane.
This because of sound waves, bro. Just think about like what type of music we listen to and sound waves do to us, bro.
So you think like his veins imploded?
Yeah,
That's what it is. Like
yeah,
his
so
veins just imploded.
yeah. I mean, literally what I have written down is self-propelled launcher. That's what it was identified. The weapon was identified as repelled
Self-repelled rocket launcher or just
Oh, no, no.
launcher?
launcher.
Self-repelled launcher. I don't know what that means.
Me neither. No idea.
That's crazy.
They didn't specify too much in it, but that's all they said. And that the way he died was due to a 7.5 hertz, which is supposedly the same frequency as people's death or like death itself. And I guess if you play it enough or loud enough inside a room, apparently you'll die. I don't know. That's what I heard. And I just wanted to like share that and see what you thought about that, fam.
That sounds like you remember that show 1,000 Ways to Die?
Wasn't that a game? Oh no, that was Dumb Ways to Die.
No, yeah, that's
Yeah.
Dumb Ways to Die. But there was this show, I don't know, it was like MTV or True TV or something. And it's like 1,000 Ways to Die or like 100,000 Ways to Die, something like that.
Okay.
And it was always, some of them were real,
Yeah.
but some of them were so made up. And then they'd have like these actors that were, I don't know, I was a kid when I watched it. I didn't realize that they were fake, like medical professionals. And then they would be like, so that there was this one where this harmonica got lodged in this guy's esophagus.
What?
Because he was like a little person. And it was just like this so weird. It was such a weird show. And he was like a little person and he was trying to impress this girl who he was trying to get with.
Yeah.
So he was like he was playing the banjo and then playing the harmonica at the same time. And she kicked him in the mouth. And the harmonica went in his mouth. And then he started going like this, like he started choking, and it and it started just making harmonica sounds. And then like it'll freeze frame, and then it'll turn into an X-ray, and then this fake. I don't know where I'm. But and then
bro, I'm visually seeing this. And this is it's not to be funny, but like this is such a goofy like image I'm painting in my mind.
And then there's this like fake doctor, and he comes up, and I don't even know if they're explaining this in real terms or not.
Yeah.
And I don't know. That's just a crazy memory that I have from my childhood.
Yeah.
Like watching TV that I'm not supposed to. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, like what, like 2 a.m. staying
Yeah,
watching movies.
like mom and dad are
Yeah.
like out on a date, and I'm just watching TV that I'm not supposed to.
Yeah. For me, that was like FX movies.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
FX, they wouldn't show their rated R movies until like late at night.
Damn, freak! What a freak, dude.
Oh, well. But okay, I'm gonna get into more of my topic about the frequencies and stuff like that a little later. I'm not gonna get too quiet yet because I feel like that's a whole deep dive within itself. But I do want to talk a little bit more about us this time because I know last episode we said we would, but I don't think
We didn't.
we didn't really talk about
I
ourselves.
don't know. Were we like too tired? Maybe we were just too tired. I think we were just too tired.
We were super tired that day.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this time, yeah, we'll get some more lore. You'll get to know us a little better, hopefully, after this. Oh man, we got way too carried away. We didn't even give y'all
Yeah.
anything about us.
I don't even know if we had one story. Oh, we talked about Mexico.
Yeah, we did, but that was kind of it though.
Yeah.
But this time we're gonna give you some more info about us because last time we completely fumbled the bag. But all right, so the first question I'm gonna start with that topic is what was one thing or a few things that younger you carried on to older you, basically,
Like interests and
yeah,
hobbies.
interests and hobbies.
Definitely for me, the things that I was interested in, there was three main ones that I loved as a kid.
Okay.
That like throughout my teenage and young adult years,
Yeah.
I try to steer away from that because I didn't want to seem uncool.
Mm,
But then recently, me and my girlfriend, we bought a Lego set because we wanted to like do something cute, like just build a Lego and watch a movie. And we bought like this Luke Skywalker in the speeder set. It was like this like little
Oh.
$20 Lego set.
Mhm.
And that just unlocked like a feeling for me. But anyways, the main three things that I loved as a kid were Ninja Turtles, Star Wars, and Spider-Man. And
Oh,
now
yeah.
in my room, that was in 2021. That was like when I first bought that Lego set with my
Yeah.
girlfriend.
Mhm.
Now I have a shelf full of like just
Lego.
action figures and
Yeah.
Legos and like Spider-Man, Star Wars, and Ninja Turtle stuff.
Dude, I know every time I go over and I see that shelf of yours, I'm like,
Yeah, I love it. I love seeing it.
yeah, it's so nice, dude. It's so clean.
Thank you.
Of course,
I'll send a picture
please.
if you want. If you want.
This so we can show you what I'm talking about. Y'all understand? Like the setup we have here is all right, but when you see his setup, crisp
Crisp.
is the best way I can explain it.
Yeah. What about you though?
It's kind of hard because again, we grew up playing with a bunch of random stuff, honestly.
Yeah.
So for me, it was like, of course, like collecting like action figures, Legos. So I guess like toys in a way. Like I like collecting stuff like that for sure. And then of course, I love playing video games. So video games always want like consoles, games in general, stuff like that. Like not collecting, but just playing. And then I guess the third one, I like collecting like knives and like
Oh, dude.
BB guns and stuff like that.
Oh, dude. I remember
So-
as a kid we used to collect those too.
Oh yeah, definitely a
We'd
lot.
go to the pulga.
Oh my god, yes. And I'm surprised they never even asked like how old we were. They just gave it
Yeah.
to us.
We would buy like pocket knives. We'd buy BB guns.
Yep. And then now that we're older, dude, I'm like, oh boy, now we're gonna go play with the big guns,
Like actual
actual.
firearms.
Yeah. I feel like once I get my first gun, it's gonna be downhill from there. I'm buying all sorts of different guns. Yeah. Second Amendment with the eagle screech in the background. but yeah, I think those were like the big three things for me. Just collecting like knives, BB guns, action figures, and just video game stuff. Yeah.
What about as a kid? What did you want to be when you grew up?
I always I'm pretty sure you already knew, but like
I mean,
yeah.
I
But
know.
younger me, like I always envisioned I would go to the military. Thankfully I didn't go. Yeah, I'm glad I chose this path instead. But funny enough, I always thought like in the back of my mind too, I never like took too much thought in it, but I thought we would probably do something like this too. Like I was like, I remember young me, I had this specific memory, sorry, this is completely off topic. But my uncle was giving me a ride home one day and we were listening to this podcast that was on the radio and it was just like a goofy, like, late night podcast guys talking and stuff like that. And it was kind of funny. And I didn't know what podcasting was. So I asked my uncle, I was like, what are these guys doing? Like, they're just chatting, this is chat on the radio. And they're like, oh, no, this is called a podcast. You listen to it and this and that. And they tell like funny stories and whatnot. And I was like, man, I would love to do that. I wonder how I could get on a big, channel and like, do podcasts like that. That would be fun with me and my friends. But I was like, man, it would never happen. I would have to get funded by a big old radio station and this and that. And no, now look where we're at. Yeah. But I guess I had that in my mind, but I always thought like, oh no, that's out of my reach type of thing. Yeah. But here we are.
Yeah, dude, that'd be really cool.
Yeah.
Podcaster.
Podcast.
As a kid though, I wanted to be a lawyer.
Oh yeah, I
Funny as it
remember.
sounds.
Yeah, I remember you said before like you're such a big Daredevil fan, and he was like a lawyer.
Yeah, I think it was like that. And then I had told my mom once, like, I think I want to be a lawyer, like when I grow up.
Mhm.
That was like the first thing that I ever thought of. And it's mainly because of that Ben Affleck movie, the 2003 Daredevil movie.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And now looking back, it was not as good as I thought it was as a kid. And I definitely shouldn't have been watching that. But I remember seeing like his house, and he had like he slept in like a sensory deprivation tank. I don't know. I was like, damn, this dude's bred it up. And then I saw that he was a lawyer. So I told my mom that I wanted to be a lawyer, and she was like, yeah, be a lawyer. So, and well, then obviously here I am now. I'm obviously not fucking, I'm not a fucking lawyer, but well, I don't know, as a
Hey.
kid, you think, hey, why not lawyer?
Yeah. I mean, technically, if you wanted to, you still could.
And then I remember one time, in elementary school, they asked us to draw what we wanted to be, and I remember I asked my teacher, I was like, what would I draw if I wanted to be a lawyer? And she was like, I don't know, Julian. Maybe just draw a scientist. I was like, oh, okay. So I drew a scientist. I was like building a rocket ship.
Damn.
Yeah, I was like,
outplayed you like crazy.
damn, I don't even know what a lawyer does, huh? And so I asked my teacher, and she was like, just draw a rocket ship.
she said you don't even know what they do.
Yeah.
Oh Lord. For me, I remember like what was it like career day or whatever, like what you want to be as you grew up. They didn't have an option for the military, so
Really?
the closest thing they had was like a cop. So I chose a cop. And my mom and my dad were like, "Oh my god, you know you're gonna be a cop when you grow up." I'm like, "No, they just didn't have military as an option." I was just so pissed that day. The other thing I wanted to ask you, when you're younger and you're gonna grow up, or like thinking about growing up, what was like one thing you wanted to do?
Mm.
Mine's gonna be kind of goofy. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, you go first.
Okay, mine was just literally us getting older and partying and getting messed up together.
Well, yeah.
Well,
I'm gonna say that too. Like literally, just acting. I guess how my parents acted with their friends.
Yeah.
You know, just having the ability to do that.
yeah. I know, like, what? There's that one specific photo where we had like Pepsi cans and we're
Oh,
acting like we're
dude.
drinking beer.
We did, yeah.
Yeah, like that has like that. Like I was like, oh, when we get older, we're gonna have hella
That
fun.
was on New Year's, dude.
Yeah. Ah, that was one thing. I was like, growing up, we gotta have fun like that, and
Mhm.
we have.
We've had it. Oh, dude.
We're not gonna get too much details on that yet, but you know, maybe later in the future, Patreon one day. But what's yours, fam?
I don't know. I remember when I was younger, I wanted nothing more to be like, I don't know, lazy. Like not really, like having the ability to be lazy, because as a kid you do whatever your parents tell you to do,
Yeah.
you know? Like having the ability to be like, what am I going to do today? Oh, today I'm going to chill because
Yeah.
because like I don't know, you don't got to do anything. I don't know. I guess that doesn't really make too much
like
sense.
being successful to a point where everything's kind of already done.
Yeah.
Uh,
Or you could even pay somebody to do everything, you know?
yeah.
Not everything, but I guess the boring stuff, like the stuff that sucks to do.
Like chores and stuff like that.
I don't know about chores.
What do you mean then?
I don't know. I don't know. I guess just wanting a lot of money. When I was a
Yeah.
kid, I was like, having a lot of money would be nice.
Yeah, down definitely.
Still working on it.
Still working on it. We'll be there one day, for sure. I was gonna ask you what's a core memory that we had when we were younger for you
Oh,
that
dude.
that you still think about like to this day.
Oh, dude, there's too many almost.
Mhm.
Almost. There's got core memory.
You know, there's like one that you think about frequently.
Dude, the main one that I think about
Oh.
is that one time we were younger, and we were in middle school,
Uh-huh.
and still at the age we were riding a lot of bikes. Like we would ride our bikes around the neighborhood, go to the store,
Yeah.
go to the park.
Yeah.
So this one time I had a friend over, and we rode our bikes to the park.
Oh, okay.
And
Another story.
while we were going to the park, we ran into this group of kids, and your little brother,
Mhm.
he found a ball on the floor.
And I think it was like hella far away from where these kids were. It was just like
Yeah.
a random ball.
It like wasn't their ball. It was like, I don't know, somebody threw it on the side of the road.
Yeah, it was like one of those aluminum balls, like you found like behind those little like rubber cages or like this.
Yeah, not aluminum.
Not aluminum, but I forgot what they were. Like rubber balls.
Yeah, like those big like bouncy balls.
Yeah.
Balls. And your brother picked it up, and then those kids came over and they're like, "Hey, that's our ball."
Yeah.
And it just like turned into this big thing, and we
They-
were like
they
gonna
even tried
fight
to-
them.
Yeah, they didn't even try to steal our bikes. The funny thing
Uh-huh.
is, they were all like, it was funny 'cause it was like there was an older one, there's a younger one, then there's like the youngest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, once they like started trying to take our bikes, that kind of turned into like, okay, let's just get out of here.
Yeah.
And the funniest thing to me, well, looking back is funny, but I was scared. I was petrified because the older kid, he was like older than me, and I was like one of the older ones of the group.
Yeah.
And we started trying to run away, and I was on my big mongoose bike. It was like a heavy bike, and I'm a heavy kid, so I'm pedaling as hard as I can, and then there's this kid like breathing down my neck, and he's like trying to reach me.
Yeah.
Everyone's all the way like
Yeah, we
two blocks
took
ahead of me,
off. Yeah.
and I'm still trying to get out of there. And then he's like reaching, and he has me by the shirt,
Yeah.
and then somehow I managed to get out of there. And I remember like seeing y'all turn around and just like, oh my god, I don't think he's gonna make it,
Yeah. I remember that.
dude.
we're gonna have to go back and save him.
That was definitely the scary, like not scary, but like that's definitely one that I think about a lot.
And dude, I remember literally like later that day, I think one of our homeboys like dads went over there to go talk to the parents to get the ball back.
That definitely happened.
And then like I swear we could hear the yelling from all the way, like they live like a good block away or block or two away.
No, they live more than a block. They live like 4 blocks away.
Yeah, like four or something like that, and we could hear the yelling.
Yeah, that was a funny day. That, and I also think a lot about when the tree house broke.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Josh used to have this tree house in his backyard,
Yeah.
and then one day, like no, I think there
It
was
was a
like
good
8
majority
of
of
us.
us,
There was like
yeah.
10 of us on there,
Mhm.
and we were just
But
playing up
all
there.
in one corner.
We were all huddled up in one corner, and then we hear a big crack, and then a bunch of the boys just start rolling off the edge of the tree house. I don't know why. I would hate to like talk about your dad's craftsmanship.
Well, no, it's because before it was like an actual tree house, but then since we never played in it and it got old, it just kept on having like birds living in, like a bunch of bees and hornets, and like it was just getting bad. So my dad was starting to like gradually take it down.
And there was no walls around it.
Yeah, there
so
was
there
no
was just a
walls.
big wooden platform
Yep.
on top of a tree, and we were
With a
just
slide.
standing on it. Yeah, yeah. And then we heard a big crack, and then like 4 of us start rolling off. I was like on the edge.
Yeah.
Like,
I was
your
on the
brother
edge.
fell, a bunch of the other kids fell. They fell on like some like metal
Yeah, it
platform.
was like straight, and then like one of the corner, we're all on one corner, and it just
Yeah.
kind of gave out and just went like that.
Yeah.
I think one of the other bigger kids that were in the neighborhood, like I completely forgot his name, but he like completely landed on me, right? That shit hurt. And to this day, I know there's Legos in my backyard. I'm missing that.
Oh,
It's still
yeah.
back there.
They have to be back there, dude.
I know there's
Crazy.
there's a specific Master Chief Lego that ever since then I was never able to find again.
Dude, we probably lost a lot of stuff that day.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, RIP to those Legos.
What about you? What about
Uh,
core memory?
core memory would probably be that time where like at a quinceañera where like I don't know why, I think some kids were like picking on my brother or something like that, and we
They were
got in a
picking on
fight
your
with
brother.
them. And while we're fighting the kids, like my mom called me mid fight, and I had to pick up the call, and I was talking to her, acting like everything was okay while you were fighting the other kids off for us while I was on the phone.
Yeah, that was fun too.
Yeah, and then right after, I think like one of the kids finally got behind me, and you gave me like a piece of ice, and I just necked the fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah, we were some bad kids then.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Notice how they're both fight stories. Those are like some of the only fight stories that we have, though.
Yeah, where we're not, yeah, with each other on like some other kids.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And then there's like the times we played, like we played a lot, dude. We would come out at the beginning of the day in the summer, and then go home whenever the sun started to set.
Yeah,
We had such a fun
we
childhood.
had such a fun childhood. Like we would either play like Acorn Wars,
Pine cone,
Pine Cone Wars. That's what it
Pine
was.
cone wars.
Oh my gosh.
Soccer. We play basketball.
Basketball, or we go to the park and mess around there too. Yeah, or to the creek. Bro, we have to go to the creek, and
As
I'm-
adults.
as adults. And on top of that, I'm telling you, fam, that car is there.
Oh, that car.
Yeah, that car.
I think I remember you talking about it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's there. We're gonna do a video one day when we go down there. I'm gonna record it, so I'll post on TikTok. So I'll keep an eye out for that. But one of these days, we'll go down there, and I'm gonna show you, fam. It's down there. Unless I'm tripping. Maybe I'm from another dimension.
Well, maybe it's gone by now.
Who knows? Maybe. Okay,
I feel like I remember seeing it too. Did I say that?
No, I think he said he didn't remember it.
I don't know actually. That sounds like it could have been a dream or something.
Yeah, but I have a specific memory where like there was the car that was just there abandoned, and we went to go mess with it, or at least I guess I went to go mess with it and check it out. Yeah,
Once
But-
again, that sounds like one of those scary animated stories too, though.
yeah, dude, don't say that, fam.
The night that we found those animated scary stories, dude.
Oh my goodness, dude, I have one specific memory, bro, and it still kind of creeps me out to this day. Well, yeah, I can say his name. So me and so I was here at the house. We were having a party, and then of course, some drinks were going on and this and that. And me and the homie Chino, shout out to the homie Chino. We were like, you know what? This is where I actually started riding skateboards a lot. And we're like, you know what? Let's go ride the skateboards around the neighborhood. And we knew some, the hills there by our house. So we went on down one of the hills, and as we like from the top going all the way down, we were just just cruising, having fun, and then we would go to the woods and we try to explore the woods, and I don't know why, in the dark, while we're kind of messed up. And as we come back up, we go back on the very top of the hill that we just descended from. And then whatever reason, there were bullets.
Bullets?
Yeah, like whole entire bullets, like just there on the floor from where we just came from, and they weren't there when we went down. And I had literally seen like a scary story, like the animated scary stories, where like some I don't know, like some killer, like instead of actually killing them, like the victims that he let go, he would like leave the bullets, like the opportunities he had to kill them, and just leave them there. Yeah,
So you got spooked.
yeah, I got spooked. I was like, oh god, man, it's like, oh yeah, just imagining something like that. Because funny enough, when we did go into the woods, we found like this overpass, the one that's over here by our house. We ended up actually walking underneath it. And as we were gonna walk into it, like we're like, or I wasn't really tripping. I was like, you know what, just look at the graffiti and stuff. And then the homie was like, no, we gotta make sure there's no homeless people here. I'm like, even if there is, they're not gonna mess with us. And then Chino was like, nah. Hello.
It was just you two?
Yeah, it was just us two. Like everybody else was still here at the house and in a party and whatever. And then he was like, no, we gotta yell, we gotta find out if somebody's here. And he was start yelling hello and hello. And this guy, like this homeless guy on the other end, he was like, get the fuck out of here. And then I was like, oh, my bad. We're just looking at the graffiti. Chino, let's go. So two different type of people was at that moment. Yeah. So don't adventure when intoxicated.
Yeah, definitely don't leave the party that you're hosting.
Oh yeah, that too. I came back and then we just fell asleep.
I do remember that though. I remember that party and
Yeah.
them being like, I was like, where is Josh? Like, this is Josh's party. Like, it wasn't like your birthday party, but we were having a party at your house.
Yeah.
I was like, where is Josh?
Yeah.
And they were like, he went out to skate with Chino, and I was like, what the
Yeah.
a party going on, and Josh is out there skateboarding.
I mean, cause I was trusted y'all, so I never really cared.
I mean, yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It was just a crazy night that night.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
Was that your birthday?
I don't think it was. No, I think it was just like a random party we had here at the house.
I think it was your birthday or one of our other friends.
It was probably one of our other friends. You know what? It was probably.
I don't know. I know who
Yeah,
it was, but
yeah. I don't know if we could dox him quite yet. Maybe once we get him on there, we could talk about it.
yeah.
But that was one of the main memories I remember too. Is like that happening. Do you have a memory like that or similar to that where you have?
Mm-mm. No, not really.
Fam, we gotta make some.
I'd rather not make a scary memory. Dude.
What? Or no,
Scary
not
memory?
scary like that. But I'm saying like have a spooky encounter like that. Well, 'cause I know you said like the one in my closet.
Whoa.
Okay, pause.
When you say it like that,
If you haven't seen what was it, episode 2,
I think that was episode 2.
yeah, that's episode 2. Go watch that and then you understand what we're talking about. But I know there's one specific like scary moment we had outside of that, but oh, you know what? You weren't there. It was the red eye.
The red eye.
Yeah. No, you weren't there. It was me, our other homeboy Thomas, and I think our 2 neighbors and my brother. And okay, this is I know, I'm sorry, I'm dragging the stories out way too long. But so the story of our red eye was that we were I think it was like near Christmas time or like January or something like that, and we were it's like riding our bikes down here in front of our houses. And while we passed one of us passed by one of this house, and they had like the Christmas lights up, and we didn't understand how reflections worked really. And we saw this big old like red looking eye in the center, but it was really just the Christmas lights reflecting off the window. And we didn't know that. So we were like, oh my God, there's a red eye in there. There's a red eye in there. They're staring at us, whatever. And then we were trying to investigate. So we started like, crawling, like military crawling all over this person's yard, trying to figure out this red eye thing. And then the owner stepped out. They're like, what the hell y'all doing on property? Yeah, we got in trouble that night.
Damn.
Yeah, that's the story of the red eye.
What do you mean red eye? The red eye.
What do you mean?
Like, what do you mean the red eye? What is that? Is that like a reference to something or?
Yeah, that's the reference to that house.
Oh no, I'm saying like, oh, there's a red eye in there. Like,
Oh, like there's like red eyes there, like
oh,
well,
like it
there's-
looked like a pair of red eyes.
yeah, it looked like a pair of red eyes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're staring at us as we ride it around, So we're like, oh my goodness, we were trying to investigate, and that's where we're trying to like crawl all over their property and still trying to figure out what the hell that was. But really, it was just Christmas lights. We didn't know how reflections work. Yeah,
Type shit.
top. young and dumb. But one other thing I did want to I would hope we would do when we get older.
What's up?
Honestly, go to Las Vegas and party all night.
Las Vegas?
Yeah, Las Vegas.
Damn, bro, young you wanted to party bad, huh?
Party bad, fam. I wanted to party bad. Like, honestly, it's because I would see, like, what was the movie? Damn.
The Hangover?
Well, no, I actually hadn't seen The Hangover until I
Oh.
was a teenager, but it was the one with like, the Looney Tunes characters and stuff like that. And like why am I
Who
really?
Framed Roger Rabbit?
No. I don't think that one's it. It was like with
Space Jam.
No, it wasn't Space Jam either. It was like another RL one. It was like a guy that was this guy whose dad was a spy, and the Looney Tune characters were helping him trying to find his dad. No, you don't
The
remember?
Looney Tune characters?
Yeah, Looney Tune characters that were trying to help him.
Inspector Gadget?
Oh my God, you're gonna drive me nuts with
Oh,
this, fam.
dude.
I'm
I'm gonna drive you nuts. You.
I'm driving myself nuts. Found the movie. So is this literally called Looney Tunes Back in Action? This movie. Cause I saw that movie and like it takes place kind of in Las Vegas in some part of it, and it looks so fun to me. Like as a kid, because how can I explain it? It kind of gave that atmosphere, kind of like Teen Titans, like the original ones where they're in the club and all that.
The original Teen Titans? What do you mean?
You don't remember the original Teen Titans, the one before like the Teen Titans that we know now?
Teen Titans Go?
Yeah, Teen Titans Go. Before that.
Before, like, there is. I don't remember like anything about a club in that one.
Yeah, so there's like a scene where they will go out clubbing and partying, and then like I think Starfire's twin sister tries to get with Robin and makes Starfire jealous. Yeah, like this scene, that atmosphere always drew me in because I feel like it'd be so fun like be in that atmosphere. But don't rush it, and just enjoy life for the simple things, honestly. But what's another thing that you were like looking forward to growing up? Come on, you gotta have one.
I don't know.
What about even driving?
Well, like driving.
Yeah,
I don't know. I feel like I was always scared of driving when I was little.
really.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be hard.
Mm,
But now I'm a pretty good driver. But
yeah.
yeah, I always thought driving was gonna be hard. Well, what's something you didn't want to do?
Work.
Work. I did want to work.
You did?
When I was younger, I dreamt of working at fucking GameStop, dude.
Oh yeah, dude. I remember that.
I feel like who didn't dream about working at GameStop as a kid?
Getting the
Like,
hook
oh,
or
this is
everything.
the perfect gig. Like, I can just talk to people about video games all day.
Yeah.
Give my recommendations, get a discount,
Mm-hmm.
and then Walmart. Because who didn't like to go to Walmart as a kid?
That is true. That and like the Target runs and stuff like
Mhm.
that. Yeah.
Oh, I never went to Target as a kid.
Yeah, not me neither, but I know nowadays. But I don't know. Honestly, I'd say working just not in the way that we think, but I'm saying like the actual long hours.
Mm.
Like working like this right here, like I enjoy this type of working, but I'm saying like the actual 9 to 5 shifts like that, I didn't like. I wasn't looking forward to that.
Yeah.
That and just like I guess responsibilities, but I mean I already knew they were gonna come, so I was just like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Trying to think what else. That and one thing that always did scare me is that whenever we did get older, if we would move away from each other.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember whenever I was in the 8th grade.
Yeah.
You did move.
Oh yeah, it was.
For a little bit.
Yeah, I moved away for.
And then
a
luckily you moved back.
Yeah.
And dude, I remember. Oh, it's gonna sound so sappy, but I dead ass cried
Yeah.
because I was like, damn, like I'm never gonna see Josh again.
Yeah.
And then like somehow we did keep in contact. Like,
Yeah.
well, and then you eventually moved back, which obviously is like awesome.
Yeah.
But I remember just thinking, I was like, damn, I'm never gonna talk to Josh again.
Mhm.
And then like somehow we still hung out. Like I had a few sleepovers at you were staying with your grandma for a little
yeah.
bit. I slept over there and it was just like honestly we saw each other still all the time.
Oh, fam, do you remember the little fort we made in the woods over there by the school?
Yeah. What did you call it?
I don't know it anymore, honestly.
It had like some sort of vulgar name, dude. I feel like I remember like asking you like what's it called and you were like it's called like the piss fort, something like that.
I probably did name it
Yeah,
something
I feel like I
like
remember
that.
like you named it like poopy fort or something.
Honestly, that does sound like something I would name. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if
It
that
was
was.
by Damien.
Probably was. I don't
Yeah.
know, man. I was thinking of another goofy name. I can't say that out loud. But dude, did we ever do that as a kid? Like here at the house at a sleepover or something, we built like a fort. We
A few
have?
times,
I don't.
like with pillows.
Oh, you know what? I do remember a specific time where we did that, and we did like a Nerf war. Do you remember?
Mm.
Ah,
Yeah.
that's one thing I.
That's when your house had a different layout though,
Yeah,
right? 'Cause
yeah.
your house used to have a layout where like
The-
you had like the hallway connected to the living room, but you also had the hallway connected to the kitchen.
to the kitchen and then straight to the game room we had.
Yeah, you had a game room. Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, we just called it the game room, but we just didn't have
It was
nothing
like
to
some
put in it.
dining room.
Dining slash game room. Cause it was like literally like the dining room's right here, and then like the game room was like right next to it, and it's like one little open door that disconnects both rooms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was that. Oh, dude, the memories in the game room too.
Oh man, the game room was hilarious, dude. That and whenever we did what was it? The Blade Wars and stuff like that.
Mm,
The one thing that still scares me to this day when we play a hide and go seek clap.
the hide and clap.
Hide and clap. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I can never do that again.
That was scary.
But if y'all would ever want to see that, us to do that in a video in an abandoned building, let us know. We might.
Abandoned building. The hell? I was not consulted on this.
Too bad. I'll make them go if y'all do like y'all share this enough, give us up to at least 100 subscribers.
Y'all lock in and we'll go play play hide and clap in an abandoned building. Hell no, dude. I don't give a fuck if y'all give us 100,000 subscribers. I'm not going to an abandoned building.
Hey, y'all make it happen. I'll get me and the boys, and we'll get together. We'll make this man go. Is that one of your biggest fears?
No.
Okay, what was one of your biggest fears growing up?
Going to jail for trespassing, dude. Going to jail for trespassing. Just for trespassing, right? And then I dropped the soap. Hell no, dude.
But for real, growing up, what was one of your biggest fears?
Oh, dude, when I was younger, I was scared of the dark.
Really?
Yeah, were you not one of those scared of the dark kids?
I kind of got used to it because of the little scary stories I had here at the house.
Fuck. For me, it wasn't for a while until like maybe like 8th grade. I stopped being scared of the dark.
I think for me, it was mostly my report card.
Report card?
Yeah. Whenever report card time would come around, I'd get so scared.
Because you knew you were gonna get in trouble.
Yeah. I always had bare like, not up to my mom's standards and grades type of thing. So
Yeah.
yeah. Alrighty. So from last like what 2 seconds they probably saw this is like a whole new day next morning. And
Yeah.
we didn't really like the way we ended it off on the last one, so that's a blooper.
So we're just gonna cut that out.
Yeah, we're gonna cut that out. You're gonna see this new part, but I like this part.
I like this part.
I like this part more than last time. So
Hopefully.
Yeah.
We haven't done it yet.
yeah, we haven't done it yet, but I think I like this topic more.
All right. So I wanted to talk to you about the Nintendo Switch 2.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know it's like got announced or anything.
No, but I think this is gonna be pretty interesting.
So it is. The cool thing about Nintendo is that they're always trying to innovate. Like with the Wii, you remember when we were younger, they had the Wii. Like
like
that
the
was when
Wii
the
Sports.
PS2 and the Xbox were out,
Yeah.
but they had the controller with the like the sensor.
Yeah.
and, like they're always trying to innovate, and I think that's super super cool with them. Like
Yeah, that is
again with the Nintendo 3DS,
Yeah.
they try to make 3D the new thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's super cool. I like how
Yeah,
Nintendo's
I
always
do
trying
like
to
how
do stuff like
they
that.
always up the game like every
Yeah.
year. Yeah.
They always try to up the game, but at the same time, I feel like they like drop
They
the ball sometimes. Like
yeah.
a lot of times it's a miss. But so for the Nintendo Switch 2,
Mhm.
the screen is gonna get an upgrade from the original Switch. It's not gonna be better than the OLED Switch,
Mhm.
but it's gonna be a 1080p screen.
I have no idea what
Compared
this
to the
is like.
720p screen that was on the original Nintendo Switch.
Okay. So it is
So
better quality?
it's a better quality upgrade for the actual Switch.
Yeah.
But whenever it's docked, it's gonna have up to 4K support. So the game you're
Oh,
actually gonna be able to play these games in 4K, which is actually a big upgrade because that's one of the big things for Nintendo is that the graphics are never really that good.
yeah. Wow, that's crazy. They really upped the game.
Yeah, so they're gonna be up to 4K, which I think is really cool. Another thing is that for the Joy Cons,
Yeah.
you know how for the Nintendo Switch, like the original Nintendo Switch, you slide the Joy Cons up and down on the system. I
It
don't know. You don't know too much about the Nintendo Switch, right?
is that like the little joysticks or whatever you
Yeah.
used to play? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you slide them on the dock.
Yeah.
For this one, they like connect magnetically,
Hmm.
which at first I thought was weird because whenever you're holding the Switch, you're holding it by the controllers.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, okay, it makes sense for you to slide them up and down and then they lock.
Yeah.
But there is gonna be a locking mechanism. So you're
Okay.
you're gonna connect them magnetically, and then there's gonna be a lever that you can like hold down.
Oh, it pulls and like it latches onto each other type of thing? Or what do you mean?
It connects automatically, but to take it off, you would need to use a lever.
Oh, okay.
Which I think that fixes the problem because I thought it was just a magnet.
Yeah.
So I thought it was just gonna be weak, and I thought I wasn't gonna like it.
Yeah. Hmm.
But now that I see that they have the lever, I'm pretty excited.
It sounds
Um,
pretty cool. I wonder what type of games they're planning to release with it, because you know how whenever they release like a big console like that, they always drop a huge game with it too.
so the big game right now is gonna be Mario Kart World. It's gonna be an open world Mario Kart game
Mhm.
where there's up to 24 racers.
Jesus.
And it's open world, so I think you literally drive to the I don't know. I don't know what they mean by that, honestly.
Open world sounds kind of crazy. Is
Open
it gonna be
world.
like Forza or something like that?
Maybe.
Huh.
That'd be cool. But
That'd be
they're
kinda
also
cool.
gonna have a really big roster. I don't know most of those characters.
Hmm.
You can play as like from Mario Kart 8. There was this level. It's actually from the Wii originally, but when they re-updated it for Mario Kart 8, Moo Moo Meadows.
Moo Meadows?
Yeah, you can play as a cow that was like a part of that level design.
Moo Meadows.
Yeah.
That sounds like such a goofy name.
Yeah, I mean, it's Mario.
Yeah. I feel like a little. They went to a kindergarten school and they asked, "Hey, what should we name this? What does this remind you of?" Moo Moo
Moo
Meadows.
Moo Meadows. Yeah, Moo Moo Meadows. You can play as the cow. You can also play as a chick. I don't know actually. I only know about the cow.
Yeah.
Um. There's actually also gonna be a good kickstand because for the original Nintendo Switch, there was a kickstand, but it's like a big like little tablet,
Mhm.
and it just had a kickstand that was maybe like just like this. I don't know how you would describe that to somebody, but it was just like on one corner of the Switch, so it would get knocked down so easily.
Gotcha.
But for this one, it's gonna be a kickstand that pretty much goes around the whole system, and you flip it out. So
Hmm.
now it's not gonna fall so easily.
Yeah, if it's gonna have better support.
Yeah, another cool thing is that it's gonna have two USB-C ports. So one for charging and then one for accessories. That was a problem with the Nintendo Switch. Was that like to connect accessories, there was really no way. I think you could do Bluetooth. No, I don't know.
Okay.
But
But accessories as in what though?
so they announced there's gonna be a Nintendo Switch camera.
Camera?
Yeah.
To do the what, like Just Dance again or something? Or
I don't know.
that'd be
But
kind of cool if they revive that game.
But they like I said, the innovation, they're always like doing something weird. Like for the Nintendo Game Boy,
Mhm.
there was a Game Boy game called I think it was also just called Camera.
Mhm.
And like it was just a camera and you could connect a printer and like you could print out little shitty pictures. And
Yeah.
I had one. but I got it at a yard sale.
Mm. You
Um
know what game it does kind of remind me of? I think it was on like the 3DS.
3DS.
It was like the one where you take a photo of somebody's face, like
Yeah.
little robots, and you gotta shoot them or whatnot.
Yeah, yeah. I think it might be something like that.
Mhm. Hmm. That would be kind of cool if they bring something like that back.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Oh my god, and then you can also use the Joy-Cons as a mouse.
Has a mouse?
Yeah, they have like a sensor, and then they also have what's it called? A gyroscope.
Mm-hmm.
So it pretty much needs a gyroscope for you to use the Joy-Con in itself, but
Yeah.
now it has like a mouse sensor on the bottom. So
Hmm.
you're gonna be able to stand it up and use it as a mouse.
That's gonna be kind of crazy.
Another thing that they're gonna have is they're gonna pretty much have their own Nintendo Discord.
Discord?
Kind of.
What?
I hope it's like not as weird as Discord is,
Yeah.
but there's gonna be a new button on the controllers with the C. It's gonna be the chat button.
Oh, I think I saw something about that. Yeah.
And they're pretty much gonna have their own Discord.
Hmm. That should be interesting. I feel like at first it's gonna go so wrong.
I feel like it always does.
Yeah.
Recently, ever since like that PS5 release during COVID,
Yeah.
I feel like
No, 'cause I feel like at first it's probably gonna be like, oh yeah, your typical kids is playing, chatting and stuff, and then it's gonna be like something next level crazy, like I don't know, OnlyFans girls meet up with guys and play on there, something crazy next level stuff. Like there's always some way to make it have a weird like cricket
Mhm.
twist to it. That's I'm like, I wonder what they could possibly do with this, you know?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't feel like you're wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really all that I have so far, though. Oh, well, something else that came out was the Nintendo Switch 2 price.
Price? Ooh. Let me take a guess. Is it gonna I think it's gonna be like 175 for it.
One,
Like $175.
oh, dude.
Oh, is that way too low?
So the launch price is gonna be $449
Jesus Christ.
just
God.
just for the console. If you want to get the console with Mario Kart, it's gonna be 500.
Oh, ja.
But honestly, it's honestly just because of the shipping.
Mhm.
It's gonna be $333 in Japan, USD currency.
These prices, man. Fuck.
Yeah, yeah.
I might have to take a loan out, food. Nah, just fine. But
No, yeah.
jeez, dude, that's
It's definitely gonna
crazy.
take a while for me to get one.
Mhm. Shit, it's probably gonna be like that same situation like before, but until I got a PS5.
Yeah, I mean, shoot, you just got yours.
And then they already said supposedly by next year they're gonna announce the PS6. What the? I just got this.
That's just how it goes, I guess, man.
But yeah.
That's really all I have for that, though, man. So,
But another thing I was gonna bring up. So you said they might have the camera thing. Do you think it's gonna get black backlash like the Xbox did, the Xbox Connect or whatever?
oh, the Xbox Connect.
Yeah, where everybody was like, "Oh, don't get it," because people could like hack and this and that. Do you think it's gonna have backlash like that?
No, nothing like that. But I feel like with the Xbox Connect, the problem was that the games were like so bad.
I
The
don't
only
know.
ones that
There
weren't
was
was
a few good games.
I know you liked you like to play Just Dance, yeah.
Hell yeah, there's nothing about shit, fam. Like it was that one, and like you're like this. I forgot how.
Adventures.
Yeah, like Adventures.
Connect
There it is. Yeah,
Adventures.
there it is.
I remember I never played it. I would see you play it, but
And dude, it was so fun. But at the same time, at some point, I realized I was like, "Bruh, all this I'm doing on the video game, I could just go outside and do." But I don't know about the kayaking and all that. I don't
yeah.
know. But alrighty, so I think we're gonna bring up the word.
The word.
The word.
Not the word of the day, just the word.
Word. Alrighty, so my word for y'all is for y'all to study up on vibration and frequencies. I brought it up a little bit earlier and how there's negative frequencies out there. I actually pay attention to what y'all listen to. It's crazy because there's like as soon as it start up in the morning, you wake up and you get in your car, the first thing you listen to is some like I don't know, some crazy music. Is that's how you're gonna carry on your day. You don't even know it just because you heard that frequency. Like I don't know. Just study into it. There's a bunch of crazy frequencies that could do a lot of good for you, and at the same time, there's a lot of frequencies out there that could do a lot of bad for you. So I just wanted for y'all to look into that. It would change your life and your aspect of life as well. So just look into that. And I just want y'all to look, keep an eye out for yourself, and keep that positive health for y'all. But that's my word for y'all. Julian, do you have anything for them?
No. I told you this before, but
Yeah,
no.
sorry. I just thought you might have had something, but
No.
it's all good. If anything, we'll catch y'all on the next one, guys.
We definitely will.
And we love y'all. And don't forget, like I said in the beginning of the episode, 52% of y'all have not subscribed yet.
A lot of y'all.
Too many of y'all.
Too many of y'all.
And again, we love y'all. Please subscribe. Please like. Please share. Tell us what we can do better. Tell us things you want us to talk about. And yeah, we love you. Peace.